It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports.
And the question is, are you ready for some football?
It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Indianapolis Colts.
Coming up next.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40, 20, 10. He will score. Touchdown, Chargers. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now last year's leading rusher in the NFL, this is Jonathan Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they got a long way to go and a chance to get back.
Herbert has it knocked free. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That's multiple times now. He's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams on the touchdown throw from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make the score 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So on 4th down, Matt Hawk on to punt for Indy. DeAndre Carter back deep. Taken from just outside the 30. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. On 1st down, it's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Herbert operating from the red zone. Touchdown! Mike Williams on the touchdown throw from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Ryan. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Ryan, and that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Ryan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. Hopkins' kick is good, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So able to force the fumble, but then they really couldn't move the football, Charles, and they get 3 points out of it.
And they made sure they got something out of that takeaway, didn't they? Because even if they couldn't put it in the end zone, they were not going to turn the ball back to them without putting something on the scoreboard.
And not wanting to risk anything here in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Here's Ryan to throw. Campbell making the catch. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And picked up by the Chargers. There he goes right side. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there for Indy. 61 yards. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. The 40. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Charger TD. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick-6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
Back now in Indianapolis, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts set to take over here offensively. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The Charger drive about to get going. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Shreds him with a stiff arm. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is Michelle on the counter. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Eckler now between the tackles, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Oh, he fakes a spike. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA